remember to guard your privacy. All right. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Okay, I was supposed to come in. Oh man, I forgot to turn off so wouldn't no one try to call me. Come on in, everybody. So wouldn't no one try to call me. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Hello, unbiased. Welcome in. Come on in, everybody. Okay. I was supposed to try to go on StreamYard again, but apparently I still don't know what I'm doing because as you see, I'm on YouTube again. Oh my gosh. I guess I need another lesson. Hello, Broke Farmer. Welcome in. Hello, Growing with Hudson. Welcome in. Hey, Marvin. Oh, and Chet. On the road, but listening. Okay. Welcome in, everyone. We're just going to have a little chit chat today. Hello, Bar Brownlee. Welcome in. Cheryl Faulkner, welcome in. I won't be before you long. Just wanted to do a little chit chat on a few things. I wore myself out trying to get on StreamYard. So now I'm tired. Okay. We have 7 in the house. Now we have 6 in the house. Hello, Mike. Chaotic Garden, welcome in. Joshua Gabriel, welcome in. Okay. We're going to Martika, welcome in. Okay, so we are going to start off talking about herbal recipes for making, our infusions and concoctions and poultice and tinctures. And I've been looking, I'm always searching for books, always. And I noticed these books are getting higher and higher in price. So what I just wanted to let you all know, you could do some things like I'm doing. I am finding uh, websites that do the same thing the books do. They give you the name of the herb. Hello, Ricketta, welcome in. And hello, Crafty Leo, welcome in. And it tells you how to use these herbs. So I don't know if I have it here with me, but I have actually just been doing printouts. And like I say, they do the absolute same thing that the books will do. So I know for the newcomers who are just now, hello Gina versus Gina, welcome in. I know for the newcomers who are just now starting to get into the herbs, and I know you're learning from all these different channels, you're new to all of this, and I know you cannot buy everything that everyone is telling you to buy. Well, encouraging you or just letting you know that you're going to need these things. So I figured if you didn't have to purchase books, if you could just print them out, that would help in the meantime until you can purchase some books. Okay, so that's what I've been doing. I just been printing some things out to help me along the way because, like I said, money have to go into a different avenue sometime. And then when you can get those books, then you can get them then. Okay, so next we're going to talk about food choices during the emergency situation. So, first of all, we all ought to know that if it is an emergency situation, which that's why they call it emergency food. And 9 times out of 10, emergency food is not healthy food. So in the event of an emergency, we're going to have to be very careful with these foods. And especially the canned meats, because we know how much sodium is in these canned meats. But when you think about it, just about everything that's a prep item is not healthy for you. So if something happens and we're home and we have a garden, then that garden should be the main course. And then add on a little bit of the beans and a little bit of the pasta and the rices and that meat. And I would not do that salty meat but probably once a week. Because depending on how bad things are going in the world, the last thing you want to do is be sick, okay? You know what that sodium will do to you. You'll be walking around swollen up, your blood pressure be up, and once that sodium starts messing with other things, then it'll be messing with your heart. So we have to be very careful with this emergency food, okay? Okay, so like I said, but if we have to leave our home or anything like that and we don't have our green leafy vegetables or our colorful vegetables, period, then we are stuck with that unhealthy food. But we will have to take it very slow with that food because if things are already going wrong in the world, everything is already ugly, we don't want to be sick as well. We don't even know. I mean, like I said, if it's that bad, if it could be that bad where a hospital's not even accepting patients, then that's still going to be bad for us. So just be careful with these emergency foods because none of them are really good for us. And whatever diet you're on now, trust and believe that diet is going to go out the window because you're going to be ready to eat whatever is available. Okay? I don't think anyone else came in. Okay, now let's talk about this water. Okay, I had a rude awakening with this water. We already know we need a lot of water. We already know that it's 1 gallon per person per day. And that's just for drinking, okay? I made me a new tea today. Tastes pretty good. Okay, so this, hello Anna Maria, welcome in. Okay, this Veggie Farm Garden, welcome in. Okay, this what my rude awakening is. Like I said, we already mentally know we need a lot of water. But I just started purchasing these for the first time. These are the 4 gallon. You know, they come in 4 gallon and 5 gallon. I am about to open number 4 in 30 days. That's scary. In 30 days, we have put away 4 gallons of water. That's just for drinking, just for teas, and just for cooking. That's not bathing. That's not brushing our teeth. That's not watering our gardens. If we need to flush our toilets, that's not for anything else. Just those 3 things: drinking, tea, water, and cooking with it. So that just gives us an idea how much water we're going to need in the case of an emergency, if for some reason the water no longer works. Hello, Ruji, welcome in. Hello, Urban Garden Chronicles, welcome in. 1 gallon of water to drink. It's for 1 gallon per person per day. That's just for drinking. That's what the paperwork says that we are supposed to make sure we have in our homes. So it's very scary to know that we put away 16 gallons of water in 30 days. That's very scary. That just lets me know that I need a whole lot of water. And like I said before, that if something goes on bad, water, we would no longer be getting water because water could possibly be contaminated. So we have to rely only on the water we have in our homes. And so that means we have to store water. Now, if you have a nice size home with the basement and the extra rooms and sheds and all of this, then you need to pack that puppy to the rim, because we are going to need this water to take care of everything, okay? That was just drinking. And I did not realize it until I got ready to open up the 4th one, and I thought, wait a minute, the 4th one? And so then I had to go get the receipt to see when did I purchase. And I'm like, oh my God, that is very scary that we have consumed that much water in that amount of time. Hello, Tamika Davis, welcome in. Okay, so I just wanted to show you all that, because we all knew that we needed a lot of water, but we just didn't really know how much we needed, and we do need a lot. Okay, so, and another thing about that just goes to show us as well that we need to grow a lot of vegetables that produce a lot of water, a lot of fruits that produce a lot of water, because we're going to have to compensate some of that drinking water with these vegetables that's full of water and the fruits that's full of water, okay? Because we will have to improvise whatever way we can, depending on what's going on. Hello, Deborah Garrett, welcome in. Okay. Okay. And we do know that we are upon tornado season, and prayers to those who have already been affected. But yes, we are beginning that season. So don't ignore the warning signs. Okay, if you get the alarm in your neighborhood and it tells you you need to go, you need to go. Um, Make sure you have all your flashlights and everything. And right now, Harbor Freight started another one of their sales today, and they have a lot of different flashlights on sale. So if you do not have all your flashlights up to par, then you may want to check out some that's on sale. We have to take advantage of these sales because we are trying to get so many different things that we're going to have to base everything on what's on sale this week. Okay? So, and do not try to drive through waters, okay? Flood waters, don't do it. I don't care if you think your car can do it, don't do it. We've heard enough on the news about people losing their lives. Matter of fact, something happened here where I live where I think it was 6 teenagers was washed away with some water. I don't know where it was. I just happened to see it, but if we see that water, don't try to judge and think, okay, my car can make it through this. Turn around, don't drown. Don't even try it. And keep your NOAA radios handy, okay? And this is a time that we're going to be needing this water and all the preps that we have been prepping. Like I say, preps do not have to be for the doom and gloom. We need it just for natural disasters, which we incur every year. Okay? Okay. And for the gardening newbies. Okay, so we are so happy that a lot of you all are on board and trying to grow some food for you and your families. But if you need help, by all means, go live. Whether it's you just dropping a seed for the first time and don't know what you're doing, whether it's if you're up potting, just go live and we will talk you through it. You know, that way you can nip it in the bud if you're about to make a mistake. I am so sorry, Joe. But we are here for you all. Okay, just reach out. Just put in the community tab. I'm going live on such and such a day. I'm going to need help. And we will be there to talk you all through this because we want you to have the food. And I know it's discouraging on you all's end if you think you got some food coming up and then you find out you did something wrong. I mean, failures happen with all of us. It don't always work out the way we want it to, but if you already starting off not knowing what you are doing, we are here to help. Do not forget that. Just let us know and we will be there for you. Lots of us. Okay? All we have to do is see that topic and see that you need help and we will be there. Okay? Okay. And I just wanted to talk on one other thing. I know there has been a lot of stuff going on with people, and there's so much going on in the future. We don't ever know when we're going to need each other. We really do need each other, whether people believe it or not. If something happens, we are going to need one another. Hello, Texas, la la. Welcome in. So, one thing that we need to just stop is because I made a new fertilizer and posted it, and then someone else 2 days later posted and did the exact same recipe that I did. or I talked about herbs, and then someone came on a couple hours later and talked about herbs, or if someone did anything in any of the avenues that we are grouped with. One thing is for sure, I always said that we are all individual, unique people, and we are. But we are not that unique that what we're doing hasn't been done before. The things that we are doing has been done many, many years before. So none of this belongs to any of us. It belongs to all of us. So there is no sense in getting into it about someone talking about what you're talking about. The fact that we're all doing the same thing, we're going to talk about the same thing. It's inevitable. Hello, Educated Natural. Welcome in. So we're going to need each other. We cannot be sitting up mad. No, I'm not going to help because she made me mad when she came on and talked about what I talked. We need one another. And we have got to stick together and be bigger people. Okay? Okay, so I just wanted to show you all. I didn't really have a lot because I thought I was going to go on StreamYard. And so I had left out time for people to come up and talk about whatever they wanted to talk about, whether it's what I talked about, if they wanted to tune in on it, or if they wanted to talk about something of their own. But as you see, I didn't know what I was doing again, so I'm not on StreamYard. So let's just talk about some of these things that's going on, okay? This is one that's important. This happened when? A couple of days, this was published today. Okay, barbecue season is upon us. When you're out there scraping your grill with those wire things, you have to be careful. Okay? A pediatric doctor is warning about this. Okay? A little boy, 4 years old, went to the emergency room because he was complaining about ear problems. So they checked his ears, gave him ear drops, sent him home. Then he kept complaining. He went back to the hospital. They took a CT, said we don't see anything, sent him back home. This went over a course of 10 days with this child complaining that this ear was hurting. And they always assume it's the eustachius joint. The eustachius is a tube that goes from your ear down to here. So if you ever have pain from your ear down to here and you don't know what it is, that's what it is. It's your eustachius tube. It just drains from your ear. And it's a simple fix. You know, I think it's an antihistamine that they give you, which you have to take a ton of them for it to even work. But that's what that tube is. So they thought it was that tube. But when he finally came back the last time, which was the doctor that wrote this, she was the doctor on call. So she did a complete throat CT. And here they find this little piece of wire that was on the eustachius tube, which is why his ear was hurting. Okay? So you want to be, and it was in a hamburger. So be careful if you clean your grill tops with those little wires because they do come off. I've seen it a million times when I used to be out there cooking meat. Okay? So be careful about that since barbecue season is upon us. Okay, and this is what I was telling you, those who missed it. I was saying those who cannot or it's just not in your budget right now because you are busy trying to get other things, but you hear everybody talking about getting the herb books and learning how to make your tinctures or your poultice or your concoctions and things. And these books are starting to get higher and higher. I noticed that because I'm always looking for books. And so what I've started doing is I've started just printing them off. I'll just go to one of the sites, and like this one is called The Best Tinctures to Have on Hand. And it does the same thing the book does. It lists the name of the herb and it tells you what you can make out of it. Okay? So if you have to do the printout for now, if the books are not in your budget right now, then that will help you as well. And this is also handy if you have to go mobile with it. I mean, this is much easier than trying to, carry a bunch of books around with you. You can roll these up and stick them in your bag. Okay, another thing, I was at Michael's yesterday picking up my order, and I see that the tubs that everyone got, you can't see that, they are on sale again. The clear ones and the rainbow color. And they are $41.99 to put your seeds in. They are $12.59. So for those who did not get them the first time, or if you want more, they are on sale again. Okay. Okay, so I thought this was interesting. I don't know what it means, but I thought it was interesting. It says North Korea test underwater attack drones that can generate radioactive tsunamis. Okay, next. Food stamp recipients age 50 and older are required to work under a proposed Republican legislation for SNAP. Okay? 50 and older, they're putting you to work if you're on SNAP. Okay, product recalls. These snacks and cereals are under the name Catalina snacks. I don't know if I've ever heard of them before, but 300,000. That's a lot. That's a lot of recall. And it's in the states of New York, California, Colorado, Iowa, Kentucky, Texas, Arizona, Georgia, Florida, Maryland, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Oregon, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Virginia, Nevada, New Hampshire, Wisconsin, Connecticut. Okay? So if you have any snacks or cereals under the Catalina snacks, this is a recall, a product recall. I wanted to print off the entire recall list, and I was getting ready to print it off. And then when I looked down, it was like 5 pages. No, it went up to 85 pages. I said, well, I'll just pull this one off, So you can always go to the FDA if you want to know what the recall is for the day or for the month. Okay, so anytime you want to know that information, it is there for you. We have to stay on top of these recalls. Okay, Walmart lays off 100 more workers at e-commerce facilities across the country. The big box giant joins a growing list of retailers, including Amazon and Target, to cut cost. So, hello, Huga. Welcome in. Cassandra, South Food and Garden, welcome in. So, like we say, you have to prepare. You have to prepare. You cannot depend on these jobs. especially these AI jobs. And, you see what's going on in the store. You have to, self-serve now. So don't bank on these jobs. Put some money away if you can. I know that's easy said than done because a lot of people cannot put money away. You barely making it, okay? But we have to do the best we can because our future of having jobs and having food and anything else is just not looking promising. Okay, I don't quite understand this, but BG, him, he says that the AI revolution means everyone will have their own white collar personal assistant. Now, I don't know what that means, but that's what he's saying. Okay, this is also interesting. Target. This is new and it's already happening because when I read the comments, there were already people calling up to the store saying, hey, what's this extra charge on my receipt? Okay, now when you order your food at Target, and you know how you drive up to the little number 1 through 7 or whatever to wait for your package, it is now a surcharge. So this is now added to your bill for them having to walk your groceries out to the car. Okay? So just in case you were not aware of that, that is new and it has already started. Hello, Midnight Green. Welcome. Thank you for coming. And if I missed anyone, I don't know if I spoke to 22 people. I apologize if I missed you. And we have, I just don't understand what's going on with all these explosions, but we have had another explosion. This one is in the Palmer Candy Factory. And it's this in Pittsburgh, I believe. 2 dead, 9 missing. And they're not sure what has caused this explosion. So between the explosions and the train crashes, I just don't know, Lord. Have grace and mercy on us. And this is, everybody knows this. This is just a reminder. A pregnant woman had had a bagel with poppy seeds on it before going to the hospital. When she was in the hospital, another pregnant lady was also there. Both of their drug screens showed up with drugs, and they both had had poppy seed bagels before coming to the hospital. So this has been news all along. But just in case you forgot that poppy seeds do show up on your drug screen. So if you are going for a drug test, for a job, or whatever, do not have poppy seeds on your food items. Okay? So are there any questions? Let me see if I missed anything. Okay, I don't think so. I think I just see people speaking. But if you have any questions about anything I talked about, anything you want, that's a lot of water to have to store along with everything. It is. It absolutely is. And that was a rude awakening for me. And you don't be paying that attention to that kind of stuff, but when you're getting ready to turn on it, connect another water, you think, wait a minute, this is the last one. This is number 4. And then I had to go look and I said, oh my God, are you serious? And like I said, this water has not been used for anything else besides drinking tea. And if I'm boiling something to cook on the stove. And That's not much. I do mostly stir fries. So that's a lot of drinking water. And so, yeah, if we have to store water for everything, that's a lot of water. So that just goes to show you if something did happen that was very, very ugly, we would be in a lot of trouble because it's impossible to store that kind of water. We would be sitting up waiting on FEMA to show up, and if you've been watching the news when things happen, you know how long that's going to take, okay? I'm just saying. So we got to do our best. Radio, I don't have a radio. Oh, you don't? Oh, yeah. Get you a radio. You have to get a NOAA. And like I said, NOAA's, I heard, they even report when things are happening. So say the TV and everything goes off and you just know something going on out in the world, but you don't know what it is. I heard that it would come across your NOAA radio. So yeah, that's kind of important. And so, and there's something else on that NOAA radio. It does quite a few things. I don't know if mine is near, but it has other things on it. Oh, I wanted to show you all something. Okay, so the last time I went live, this is why I tell you all to, it only takes 6. Oh yeah, absolutely, to take your car down. And I've seen it. I've seen it with my own 2 eyes last year. And one day I was coming home from work, years ago, and I just stopped. And everybody behind me is wondering, why did I just stop in the middle of the street? And so this one man gets mad and he just zooms around me. But then you can hear him going, scream, because he see teeter-tottering. And that was the first time I had ever seen anything with my own eyes besides on TV, right? And so last year when you all saw St. Louis on the news for flooding, I also was wondering what was going on. Why was the street all blocked out, blocked off, and it was somebody else teeter-tottering. And see, they were lucky because they were okay. But when you maybe if you like somewhere where it could just take you off into a cliff somewhere or down into somewhere, or if it just fills your car up and it goes over your car. See, these cars were teeter-tottering because it was maybe just up to the door, the top of the door. But they were okay. Everybody is not okay. So yeah, it does not take much and you see it, every year during tornado season, they show you on the news people driving through that water. It's like they don't get it. They just don't get it. So yeah, we don't want to do that. You need help? What do you need help with, Ruji? We are here to help. Let us know what you need help with. Um, Let me see. Huga. I'm sorry. I don't know what I called you. Huga. Okay. Huga. I'll try to remember that. As a prepper in the city, how do you prep? I've been looking into Azure Standard. Azure Standard is a wonderful way to prep, especially which I cannot take advantage of it, but the people who get all the berries, I don't even know the name of it because I can't do it, but it's the berries. I'm sure they could tell you that you can grind down and you can use that make your wheat out of it. So you can buy that in a humongous bag and you can grind these things down and make different meals out of it. But Azure Standard is great, and I like the way it has an option. So it might say 1 4 ounce, and then it might sell you 3 1 ounce or 6 8 ounces. So it goes down the line. So you have an option to pick what you want. And I have like been taking advantage of the apple cider vinegar because when I made mine, I don't know if I didn't wait long enough. I guess I have to try it again. But I tried the apple cider vinegar. And I guess I should have kept going because I remember Led saying that it smelled like toes. It was just funky. And when I smelled that, I was like, whoa, it had to go. So maybe I need to try it again because I use a lot of apple cider vinegar in my drinks. Okay, apple cider vinegar is just good. I add it to my teas because it is just so good for your GI. It's good for so many things. Just Google what are the benefits of apple cider vinegar. And then you'll see why I consume so much apple cider vinegar. So I try to get one every time I order. And there are certain things I just try to and like I said, we all have to order small amount of things at a time or we'll just go broke. Okay. So if you have a list, you just check out, okay, I'm going to get this next. And then you go, okay, I got this. I'm going to get this next. Even if you need more of something, at least you have something, if it's just one. So you want to keep going down the line. And then when you then you might want to say, okay, I'm going to need another one of this because we use a lot of this. So that's just the way you have to do it because no one could just, well, I'm not going to say no one. Somebody can go out and get whatever they want to and as much as they want to. But for those who can't, just get a little at a time. And Azure Standard is a great place to start. And I guess as any place that sells bulk. And I would definitely try bulk because like I said, I call bulk the now and later. Okay? Put away, fill up your jars of what you want to keep in the kitchen for now or on your shelf, wherever you keep your stuff, and vacuum seal or a Mylar bag the rest. Okay? So that's the benefit of buying in bulk that you can. Okay, let me scroll this back up. I see some questions. Oh, that is the end. Okay. Hello, Nikki. How are you? Thank you for coming in. And yes, to that question you emailed me about. I haven't had a chance to email you back yet. Yes, that's how you prep, Martika. You have to just start little, get what you can, try to get a little bit of everything, and then try to start over because you don't want to just keep spending all your money on the same thing, and then you have a lot of things that's missing from your preps. So try to get a little bit each time, a little bit. And then, like I said, if you know your family, if you like this is just not enough for us, then you maybe want to go back and get another one of those things. But yes, but I think Costco, Sam's, any of those stores where you can get bulk will help because bulk is the way to go. Because like I said, because who has money well, I keep saying that. I'm so sorry because I know people do have money. Stop thinking about yourself and that's okay. But anyway, buy things in bulk. And that way you don't have to feel like I can't get that and this. But if you buy it in bulk, then you just carve a little piece out for now. That's going to last you till the next time you know how often you go grocery. If you do like I'm getting ready to do now, I showed you all the rice that I purchased from Global. And I've had them in the freezer. Remember, you have to put the dry things in the freezer. If it was for 4 days, then I leave it out for 4 days because I want to make sure there's no dampness in there. Because if you go to putting this damp rice and damp beans inside of a Mylar bag and seal it up, then you're going to have mold or something growing in there, okay? So however many days I freeze it, I let it sit out and I just keep shaking it and then sit it back down, shake it every day just to make sure everything is evenly drying. But that's what I'm getting ready to do now because my jar is empty for my rice that I keep in the kitchen. So I'm going to fill up 2 jars since I've been going through it. And it's the low GI rice, which is good for diabetics. So I'm going to fill up 2 jars this time to leave in the kitchen. And then I'm going to Mylar bag the rest of them. Now, Martique, if you need me to do a video on that, just let me know. But that's what I'm going to do with the rice. I think I have one more day for it to be out because I've had it, like I said, I froze it. And it's been out for about 3-4 days. And now it's time for me to go ahead and, bag it up. So that's what I will do with that. But that's the best way to shop to me because you just can't shop and say, okay, I can't just shop and say, okay, I'm gonna buy this for that and this for now. I just gotta buy in big and split it. That works for me. And that can work for someone who cannot just separate their, purchases and buy all of this stuff at one time. Okay. Okay. I don't think I see any more questions. Space-wise, how do you prep? Oh, honey, I am not the one to ask because I am not the space person over here. I cannot, you know, and I've had people keep telling me, just put it in storage. Are you crazy? Do you not see how many storages have been broken into? And I bet you 9 times out of 10 is somebody that works there. You might put something else in the storage, but my food or nothing that I have for my future is going in a storage. But it's not easy. If you don't have the space, you just have to do the best you can. And as far as these buckets, you all just get the buckets. Even if you don't need the buckets now, because we don't know what we may need these buckets for. I just keep getting them. I don't have room for them. No, I do not. But still, I get them. Because at some point in time, I will be able to, enlarge my container gardening. And so just because I can't now does not mean I'm not going to get the buckets, because if you can get the bucket free, then get it free. And like I said, you can get them from bakeries. Walmart has stopped. I don't know if this stopped in your town, but Walmart has stopped here where I am. They said they use them now within the store. Okay, so they used to sell them for, they was 7 cents. Then when I went back the next time, it jumped to $1. And then after I waited, then they came out there and said, "Oh, we don't have any." Like, okay. But then when I went back after that, they said, "Oh, we don't sell them anymore." So right now, I get mine from one of our local grocery stores. And now I realize I have to get up there a little earlier because I usually go around noon. And I go up there and I say, "Do you all have any buckets?" They say, "Yeah, it's over." And then they go, "Oh, trash man already picked them up." So now I know I have to beat the trash man, okay? And I know where they stack them. So when I go up there, I'll just look over there. And if I see them and I say, "Excuse me, are these trash?" And if they say, "Yeah," then they give them to me. So I would just grab the buckets even if you don't need them right now, because the buckets are not cheap, especially food grade. And I know you don't need food grade for everything, but if you're going to be putting your food away, I would prefer food grade than a Home Depot bucket or any of those. I would prefer a nice, thick food grade bucket. So get these buckets if you can. And like I said, somebody said you can get them from stores that throw them away that had pickles in them. I haven't done that. And, you can always buy the ones at all the big box stores. But like I say, they are not food grade. And some of them, do sell the food grade. But I think the food grade buckets are like up to 7. Because I think I looked at the price last month and they were 7 something. So you can't, it's hard to stock up on something that's $7 for some buckets. Okay. So if you can get them free and just hold on to them. I'm just stacking them right now because I know I'm going to need them. I can't use them right now due to space. But Martika, just fill in whatever space you can up under stuff. Find a corner in the house. If you got to move something out of that corner and just go up, just stack it upwards, just put it up under things, take the toiletries from up under the bathroom sinks and stuff some preps in there, where you keep your cleaning supplies in the kitchen. Move that out, put that in a bag somewhere, and stick that in the closet and put some preps in there. You have to really improvise under your bed. Get some of those nice clear buckets, stack it up and slide that back under your bed. You just have to think about ways because it's more important for you to have this than to be like, I don't have any room, which we don't have room for a lot, but have room for some. Okay, so you may not be able to do as much as you want to do with your space. And I don't know if we have trusted people where we could say, can you keep this? Because according to some of those movies that's out, you may not get those things back from the people. So, yeah, do whatever you can. Hello, always, Tam Tam. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so hello, Indiana Jackson. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, or if you asked the question and it was like somewhere down the feed and I didn't see it, you can ask again so I can answer, or one of these other professional people who know what to do and how to do it. You can always get an answer. It don't just have to come from me. Hello, Miss Shirley Ojigo. I'm sorry you late. Don't worry about it, honey. Replay. No problem at all. Wait a minute, why my fan not coming on? Oh, sitting up here having a hot flash. Woo, let that be air. Another one of my little things, and remember I told you I'll be buy these things, whoa, that you can use USB? I depend on these little USB thingies. Never know when you're not gonna have some electricity. And like I said, these things don't take much for the generator to charge them back up. So that's the way to go. Okay. No more questions then. All righty. Okay, so I have 3 giveaways today. And I didn't come up with any games today, so I guess we'll do. I pick up free buckets, food grade from. Are you serious? Gordon's will give you them? Oh, honey. Oh, bless your heart. As much money that I give Gordon Food Services, that's what you talking about, GFS. Let me know if you talking about GFS, honey. Because I need to have stock in them. I would definitely let them know the next time I'm up there to save me some buckets. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I may get to a point where I can help other people with buckets. So I'm going to continue to get the buckets. I do too, Mike. I use this. Me and the hydroponics share this one. Yes, we do. Are there any old school gadgets we should have, like non-electrical? I'm trying to find a good grain grinder. I think they do have a crank because I've heard people say, talk about the workout. Hello, David Corey with Crop. How wonderful of you to visit me. You like my nail? They all broke off last week. I be in so much water and bleach, they was just boing, boing, boing. So I'm down to just nubs. But that's okay. They'll be back. So yeah, they do have. You have to probably Google research, or Amazon sells everything. I'm sure they probably have a crank, old school, and that is something to think about because we always want to make sure we have things that do not need electricity all the time. Your nubs look good. Okay, thank you. Um, you just saw a butter churn that was a family heirloom. And they may have them at, I don't really do secondhand stores. Not that I have a problem with anybody doing secondhand stores. It's just that I know someone who works for, he is the person that goes to businesses and people's homes to and do the paperwork for bug inspection before the people actually come in and do the spraying. He is the one that goes in and asks the questions. And he said 9 times out of 10, everybody, 9 times out of 10, the ones with all those bed bugs had just recently shopped at a secondhand store. So I have never shopped at them for stuff like that, and I am really don't want to go in them now because a bed bug's not like a roach, which they hard to get rid of too, but it's not like any other little bug, and it would be a lot of money to get rid of bed bugs, but that is exactly what he said. He said when he's doing that paperwork, he'll ask them, so that's one of the questionnaires. He said, so where have you shopped lately? He said, and that word comes up all the time. So I am not someone that wants to shop there because I just don't know. And I cannot afford to have something infesting over my little space here. This is not enough space for me. It's definitely not enough space for them and me. Because I would give it to them. Okay. My bad for show, my sister G. Oh, you talking about, who you talking to? They were donated to the church from Gordon's Food Service, who sold them for 50 cents. I am definitely going to inquire about that because I would like to get more. And like I said, at some point, I know the Lord is going to bless me with some space to enlarge my garden. Bed bugs is a beast. I am telling you, I do not want that problem. I don't need that problem. But there are places, maybe eBay, a lot of those places you may can find stuff that's non-electrical. Because that is what we have to look at these days. We have to find things that we can use that's not going to use electric. And like I said, right now, Harbor Freight does have their sale going again. So a lot of their generators are like $70 and $80 off. And like I said, they have a lot of flashlights on sale. So since this is tornado season, if you feel like you need more flashlights, this is the time to get them as well. Oh, I was going to show you all what I got. I got sidetracked. Okay, so remember the last time I told you all that I was telling you all that I had went to, oh, matter of fact, here it is sitting here. Remember the last time I told you all that Harbor Freight had this sale. $30 off if it was between a certain amount of money, 15% if it was between another certain amount of money, and 10%. So I had to go buy gas, and since I was up there buying gas from Sam's, I said, why don't I just scurry on over here and see what I could grab? Because I really didn't know what I wanted. I just went in there to see what I could get. And so what I did get is, this is something I have been wanting for a long time. And this puppy is heavy. Ugh. Okay, if I ever do a game and I ask what are two of my favorites, camouflage is one, cheetah is two. Okay, so these are two of my favorites. I love camouflage and I love cheetah. Okay, but this is a cheetah. I mean, this is a camouflage utility cover, and it is so heavy. And I just can think of a million things to do with this, especially for camping. For camping, I could put this down on the floor on the inside of the camp. I could use it as a blanket. I could use it for moving to wrap up big pictures. I can move it if I want to put like big glass vases in between it if I'm moving. It is a very nice, I'm telling you, it is so thick and heavy. It's 40 square feet, 72 by 80. Okay, so this is one of the things I got with that coupon. And I only bought two things. And the second thing I purchased was this bad boy. Okay, look at the ridges on that puppy. Can you see that? It is a stainless steel blade, lightweight aluminum handle, a sawtooth edge, heavy-duty guard, nylon sheath included, and a survival kit. And the survival kit is this thing right here. And what's in that little kit is a sewing kit, safety pins, buttons, fishing line and hook, matches with flint paper, a compass, and a carrying sheath. Okay? So this is a 8-inch stainless steel precision blade cutting. I can whack down some trees with this. Trees, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, I bought these two that day at Gordon. And they took the entire 30% off of both of these. So my bill for both of these was about 27. It was 20-something dollars for both of these. So use these coupons. Okay. Did anyone come in that I missed? She's talking about the baby. Yeah. Jihad, I was pleased with this. And I've always wanted this blanket. I'm telling you, I never knew it was in camouflage, though. But it is so heavy. And like I said, I could use this for so many things. It's going to be beneficial. Okay, so I need something like that. Like him? Or that other one? Which one you need? Rest for you. Good rest for you. Oh, you're probably talking to someone else. Okay, so what we're going to do for these games is a letter opening. Right. That's it, Mike. That's exactly what it is. But I like it. And like I said, I'm sure I could whack down some things with this. Now I need to build up my upper strength. for the whacking. Okay? So, what we're going to do, okay, I know one I'm going, okay, this one is going to be easy. Okay, I have 10 apples. Okay, I have 10 apples. I gave my sister 2 apples. I gave my friend 1 apple. And I gave my neighbor 2 apples. How many apples do I have? Nope, not 5. Mike's chaotic. Go out and got it. Okay, it is 10. Okay, I said I have 10 apples. I did not say I had. So there's no subtracting from what I gave away. I've already given them away and I have 10 apples. So 10 is the correct answer. So Mike, number 1, number 2, or number 3? What number do you want? You was being silly. Well, 10 is the answer, buddy. I have 10 apples. I didn't say I had. I said I have. Well, you won being silly. So let's see what this silly gift you're going to get. Okay, number 3, you have some seeds. You have, I'm really confused about this because it says mustard and then it says spinach tender greens. So is it a mustard or is it a spinach? Do you know, Michael? Is it a mustard or is it a spinach? I don't know. And then you have some black cherry tomatoes. Nice, I'll grow it. You have no idea either. And you have, oh, now you have spinach. So, that is what you have. Okay, number 2. Mm-hmm. Oh, let me put your name on here. Okay, the second game will be, let me write. Name a USA state. Yes, congratulations. Oh, David, you just got to be the life of the party. Ooh, you wanted the black cherry? Awesome. I aim to please. This is what happened when you don't pay close attention to details. What happened? Oh, about me saying I have 10 apples. Yes. You have to really think about that. Listen and think. Hello, Virginia Bushcrafter. Welcome in. Thank you for coming. Okay, Maryland, North Carolina, Texas. Okay, Crafty Leo. Crafty. You set the world on fire, fire. I'm sorry, African Dreaming. I had to do it again. Okay, Miss Crafty Leo, what you want, baby girl? Congratulations. You want 1 or you want 2? Let me make sure you were the first one to say Maine because I don't want nobody trying to just come after me. Okay, you the only one I see that said Maine. Okay, what number you going to get? See? Crafty wants 2. All right, Crafty. All right, Crafty. You have tomatoes. You have cabbage. You have cucumbers. And you have essential wellness, yoga, meditation, herbal remedies, spa treatments, massage, and more. Natural solutions for health and well-being. Okay? Now this book, it tells you everything for yoga, everything for a good spa. What else did I see? And it has aromatherapy. It has medicinal herbs, culinary herbs. Grow your herbs for health. Herbal cures, seasonal allergies, cardiovascular health, help with your lower GI tract, toners and astringents. Create the ultimate home spa. The potent power of aromatherapy. Infant care. What about that? Improving your memory. Hair and nail care. Joint problems. Preventative foot care. And then in the back, you have recipes for teas. Shucky Ducky, congratulations, girl. How she win? Oh my. Boy, David, I am telling you. I'm good like that, David. You so welcome, Crafty. Hey, Craft, I think y'all talked before. Actually, I do not have phone numbers, okay? Store-bought sauce for me. You're going too far. Oh, I definitely need that. Thank you so much. You are so welcome. Thank you. All right. The last gift. Let's see. So I will be putting your seeds inside of this book. And that's how I will ship them. So let me think of a last. I guess I have to do. Oh, I'll do alphabets. Let me do alphabets. Okay. Go ahead, you all. Alphabet. Oh, I forgot to show you all the names, so you all wouldn't think I was cheating. I forgot to show it to you. My bad. So, alphabets. Okay, I see a V, a Z, a J, a C, a B, N, C, Z, Y, B, C, K, D, E, A, K, T, A, M, O, Y, S, Q, Z. Okay, Boyd Brownlee. But let me check and make sure. You all can stop. I see an R. But let me make sure that was not an R. Next time I'll say put capital letters because it is very hard for me to see these little letters. But I do believe you are the first R. Okay, Boyd Brownlee, do you all agree with me? Is Boyd Brown? Oh, I'm not going to ask you all that because I forgot mine might show different from yours. I had that issue once before because mine showed different than you all's. Barb, you little. All right, Barb. Let's see what you have. All right. Number one. Oh, let me show you the R. Okay, you have cabbage. You have lemon cucumbers. Cucumbers. Sorry, lashes. And you also have black cherry tomatoes. And you have aromatherapy for beginners. It's over 150 applications and recipes using the top 15 essential oils. Okay? So in here, it will name the oil and it tells you what you can use it on, like rashes, indigestion, headaches, diaper rash, bruises, athlete's feet, hair health. So it has recipes in the back. Okay? Mental clarity, peaceful sleep, detox, inner peace, joyful. So yeah, it tells you what essential oils, and you know if you have a garden and you are growing your own herbs, then once those herbs are ready, those are essential oils. Okay? So you can have your own essential oils or you can purchase your essential oils. Okay, oh, I forgot to put a little crafty name on hers. Crafty Leo. And then on this one, Bar Brownlee. Okay, those are the 3 winners for today. And another thing I wanted to say for those who want to get into herbs, but A, you don't have a garden, and B, even if you did have a garden, this is the beginning of garden season, so you wouldn't have anything right now, probably, unless you had some from last year. But you can always purchase some herbs, and I would say from a legitimate dealer, because some of these places you just cannot trust that they are what they say they are. So, like myself, I don't have space to grow all the herbs I want to. So I have to purchase herbs as well. And it's okay to do that. So like here's my little handy dandy tub. And I have all my little tea bags in here. So I just make what I want. So, you know, this is like my elderberries, rosemary, mugwort. I don't use mugwort, that's not for me. Bilberry. These are for your eyes. If you got bad eyes, might like me, you need this bilberry and ginseng. Okay, I just have just buy your herbs. I got yarrow, a lemon balm. I have tons of herbs. So this is what I make my tea with now. Now I do have some herbs that someone had to gift me because they had herbs in their garden. But I don't really have an herb garden yet due to space. So I have to purchase them. So that's okay if you get, you know, like I said, if you print off how to make, you know, if you want to get a recipe for herbs, you know, that's on you because, you know, I'm not an herb doctor, only under this residence. And I don't claim to be a doctor, but if there's something you want to get into because you have researched and you know that's what you want, then you just purchase your herbs and then you can follow those recipes in the book. Okay, so don't just hold back on the herbs because you haven't grown them yet. Okay, so this is a big tub and it's full and it's heavy. So see, this is tub number 1. Whew. This is tub number 1. That's how serious I am about my herbs. You all know I drink herb tea every single day. Don't play. Y'all know I don't mess around when it comes to herbs. But I just started back because like I said, you also have to take a break from herbs. Just like anything else, too much is not good for you. So I have not had any herbal tea in probably 2 weeks. So this is my first batch today. Okay, so I took a 2-week break. Hello, Black Guns and Garden. Facts, yep. Hello, Bammy. Thank you for coming. Mug is your head. Oh, Lord. That is, I don't even know why I'm reading David's. He's just clowning. Awesome stash. Oh, it is, honey. And I'd like change up. And I might even do a video when I do because this is a hassle. Every time I make tea, this is how I have to make tea. I have to drag this bucket to the kitchen and make my tea, put it in the tea bags and make it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to separate them and start tea bagging them up, which this is what I want to do anyway because I want to be able to travel with these tea bags. I cannot travel with this like this. And I want to travel with them already ready. So I'm going to make a batch of tea bags for eye health. I want to do one for like the cold and flu season. And I just want to do just a good for health, you know, which includes lowering your cholesterol, your blood sugar, and all of those. So I'm going to make 3 different batches. And I'm going to tea bag each batch up. So when I want tea, I could just go through a tea bag and not have to lug this every time I want to make tea. I just haven't had time. I really haven't. But that is my goal. Glad to be here, Bammy. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yep. Smart. I don't know if you're talking about me, Mike, but I'll take it. BGU. Oh, Lord, that's it's David again. I don't know why. Great idea. Yes, it is a great idea because I want to just grab some bags. I mean, it's a lot of things that we can't. I wish I had brought my my bug out thing in here to show Martika, but I haven't seen her in a while, so she may not be still in here. But I wanted to show her how I prepare my preps, you know, that if I have to leave. So I have like, you know, compact them down to a smaller size than just in a big Mylar bag because, you know, won't always be able to travel with big. Renaissance, do you have burdock root? I sure do. I sure do. It has great benefits. I absolutely do. There's not much I don't have. Is there any herb that you don't like but still think it's necessary? Okay. So, ashwagandha, I cannot take. What is the name of that red one? I cannot, this mugwort, I cannot take. So, like I said, everything in this bucket is not about me. But it depends on what you're taking it for. It depends on what's your goal. If you just want a nice tea to drink, then you could just mix up. And you probably won't even need. Oh, here's burdock root right here. Here you go right here, David. Burdock root. So yes, I prefer teas personally with health benefits. I'm really not a tea drinker that's just because I want to drink tea. I'm not that person. I drink teas to reap the benefits. So that's why I have all the rosemaries and the fennels. Like the fennel is good for the GI and other things. So most of my teas are here to do a job. I don't just do everyday tea. I don't have time for that nonsense. It says, sell your boy some teas. What you mean, after I make up the tea bags? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, ashwagandha is nice, but I cannot take ashwagandha. Um, yeah, so Crafty, whatever your reason for wanting the tea, um, just research what you need. But like I cannot, and a lot of these teas, I'm gonna be honest with you all, I might as well. I am not even supposed to be indulging. You know, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you just like a doctor would. If you on medication or you have an illness, consult your physician because herbs does not go with medication. Okay? I'm going to tell you to do that. Okay? But I'm going to drink my tea. Oh, yeah, I do. Yes, I do. Growing with Hudson. I do take my herbs. And I have been, like I said, for many, many, many years, I have been a herbal girl. So, chances are I wasn't getting ready to stop because some old diagnosis, okay? And I have been doing herbs all this time, and I'm doing fine. And I'm going to continue to do these herbs. Now, if I thought they was harming me, and like I said, I do have sense enough to take a break. And I have the borage. You know, the one that T-Nog said knocks her out. Now, I only do this. I will not put this in like a pitcher, like a big batch. When I know teas really don't go with my body, or I'm going to say medication or my illness or whatever, then I will make just a tea bag. I don't mix them in a pitcher because I'm going to drink that pitcher all week. So if I know something can harm me, you know, if I drink too much of it, then I don't make a pitcher of it. But if I feel like my body needs it right then, I'll make a cup. Okay? So you just have to do your research and you have to have wisdom. You cannot just drink these teas because I look healthy, and I thank you for that. And you know what? I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what happened at work. Because I do have a chronic disease. I do have it. And I have a chronic disease that will take your life. And I know, you know, everybody at work. I worked at a hospital, so I didn't have to go into much details once they found out what was going on with me. They already just knew. And so when they started seeing, and so what happened was, I had went on this celery thing. That's why I say celery is so good for you. I had went on a 30-day celery. And I lost so much weight on this celery that I had gotten so thin. And so, you know, the nurses would be seeing me down the hall and they was like, hey, how are you? And I'd be like, I'm good. And then they would be like, really? And I'd be like, yeah, I'm good. And they was like, oh, okay, good. And so one pulled me to the side. She was like, this is one that, now the other one was only because I did not look like whatever was going on in my body, okay? And that's a good thing. When you don't look like how you feel, that's a wonderful thing. But this one nurse pulled me to the side, and she did it, I know, because, and I wasn't thinking when she pulled me to the side, and she was like, well, how are you, or how's things going? I was like, oh, great. And she was like, great. I was like, yeah. And so then it dawned on me she was looking at my weight loss. And I was like, yeah, I'm literally doing great. And she was like, oh, I'm so happy to hear that. So yeah, When people know you got some, which that's why a lot of people don't tell people when something is wrong with them, because people always want to give you the pity. But I probably could look worse than I am looking because of what my body, the changes, what it's doing to my body. Let's put it that way. But I feel great. I am great. And I'm going to claim that until I go up out of here. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. Hello, Mona. Thank you for coming. Yeah, celery. Celery is wonderful. And I know people do not like the taste of celery, but celery has so many great benefits. Ooh, I don't know what's a good herbal book. I have so many. I don't have them right here. They're on the other side of the room. But I just buy any of them. I read the and I am definitely a uh what's it called when people reviews? When people do reviews, I know reviews, you cannot put reviews in stone, because I found out, I heard back in the day that they pay people to do reviews. And you never know if things are true until it happened to you. But then I had people on Amazon contacting me saying, could you change your review and we'll give you this, this, or this? No, I'm a very honest person. That's just the way it is. I'm not going to tell you that this thing worked when it did not work. Okay? So I know you cannot, but I just look at the reviews overall. And if I see a lot of people saying the exact same things, then I take it to heart. But I am definitely a review person. But I just happen to just, after I find a book that I like, then I just read about it, what all is going to give me. And they mainly all give you the same thing. They give you a diagnosis, if that's the kind of herb book it is. If you trying to fix something, if you got somebody in your house that has hypertension, sugar, have diabetes, all the diseases, just about cancer. And then things that's not even that severe. It could be just headaches. It could be anxiety. It could be eczema. It could be anything. Just flip. It's best to and I know you like to shop on Amazon and you don't really go to the stores, but I prefer to go to the store and flip through a book. And so I could see what it's talking about, and I could see them, like I was looking in here when it was listing these things, these different ailments. And like I said, for headaches and whatever, then you just go under that and you see what herb they recommend. And that's what these herbal books are for. They tell you what herb is good for what. And that's when I would mix my little tea. Now, you can follow the recipe. I'm really not a recipe follower. I'm one of them, like, a little bit of that, that. If it's something that I might make for the very first time, and I've read that it can easily mess up, then I may follow the recipe. But then, once you make it and you see how it goes, then you going back into your own form and you put whatever you want to put. So I don't really follow. If it said put 2 tablespoons of this, I scoop it all in there. That's just what I do. But yeah, there's plenty of these books out here. I know you like to shop online. Oh, and in the store. I just like to. You just like to shop, period. But yeah, I prefer something like this. Now, I like shopping online as well, but something like this, I want to flip through the page, because a lot of times people buy books and once they get it, it is nothing what they thought it would be. So when I want to flip through this book and I want to see these ailments and just stand up there. When we went to the store, we finally got an Ollie's. It's like 22 minutes away because the other one was, no, it was 22 miles. It's 22 and 18. So I don't know if 22 was the minutes or the miles or 18 was. But anyway, the closest one before that one was 96 miles. That's why I had never been there. Well, I took my family and they was all over the store. I was in the book selection because that's what I do. Every time that my daughter shopped and she would bring the stuff to the buggy, shop, and she said, "You haven't moved?" "No, ma'am. I'm checking out these books." That's what I do. I flip through these books and see if this is what I want before I spend my money on it. So, oh yeah, girl, I've been hearing about Ollie's and you know what? This Ollie was nothing like what I have heard. So apparently these Ollies are different because I watched someone show me all these health books that they had got from all these. I did not see that. I had Felicia had showed me some yarn. I had got my sister so excited that she gonna be able to get all this yarn. We got there, this yarn was this big, and Felicia had a yarn this big for $2.99, and they had them this big for $2.99. So this one was not like the ones that I've seen other people talk about, but yeah, I prefer looking in my books and see what's in them, especially health and healing books. And I have a lot of them, and I don't know why I'm constantly trying to buy more, but I am, because like I said, I am a sharing person, and I might have to share my books just like anything else I have. I might have to share them someday, so I just don't be thinking of myself when I get things. It's just who I am. So I don't even, Lord have mercy. David and Crafty, I'm telling you. Well, you all, if no one has any lasting questions about anything I have talked about, or if you have something that you just want to ask a question about, I'm here for it. Other than that, but yeah, that celery, it has benefits. I'm telling you, I lost some. I need to go on another one. And that was the first thing I ate. I mean, I had every morning. And I'm okay, okay. Oh, who you probably talking to Mike about the Arrow Garden. I'm okay just taking these. I have questions for you. Okay, you probably talking to Mike. Um okay, you all. I guess I can. What's a water stick? That's a water stick. What's a water stick? Crafty said that's a water stick. What? What is a water stick? I'm lost on the water stick thingy. Tell her, Crafty. Oh my God. Oh my God. Don't tell me this is going to be too much for my ears. If you have to tell, oh, celery. Yeah, it is. Now, see, that goes back to what we talked about earlier. When I said we need to do vegetables and fruits that have high content of water, if you come to a point that you're trying to conserve water, and you see your water is running low, then you want to try to get your water from fruits and vegetables. And that is a definite water stick. Yes, it is. I totally agree. Yes, it is, David Corey. Has tons of fluid. That and some watermelon and cantaloupes and all that, you will get your fluid from those. Matter of fact, I overdid it with that watermelon when I was pregnant. Scared the daylights out of me. I was on a watermelon kick when I was pregnant and I knew I was consuming a lot of watermelon, but it didn't dawn on me. Then when I went and got my examination, this old stupid doctor, people need to know what they're doing in front of their patient, because if you acting crazy, then I'm gonna act crazy. So she went to measure my stomach with the measuring tape, and she dropped and went, ah! And I was like, what? And it was because for the amount of months my stomach was way too big. And then so they sent me to ultrasound, and come to find out it was fluid. So of course I was done with the watermelon. So yes, the watermelon is full of fluid. That is definitely one that you can get fluid from. Hi, G Mama Grows. We are on our way out, but thank you for stopping by. You can catch the replay, and to the 19 people that are still here, thank you so much. Yes, Ollie's is different. I picked up 2 of those joints for $2.99 each, and the book selection varied. Yes, it did. They had thousands of books now, and I do mean thousands, but I was just disappointed that they didn't have what I was looking for. But I would imagine Ollie's is one of those stores that probably get in different things, maybe. And maybe I can just keep going back, trying some until I can find me some herbal books. But to the 21 people here, thank you so much for coming. I greatly appreciate you. And peace and blessings to everybody. Be safe. Blessings on everybody's garden year. I hope everybody have a prosperous garden year. Get that food to growing. And like I said, for those who need help, reach out. Thank you for listening, T-Nog. I greatly appreciate it. Those who need help with your garden, reach out. We are definitely here to help you. And I'm sure anybody in here can tell you that we will help you. So don't be afraid. Go live. We will jump on and we will help you. I wish I was going to the expo too, but that's too far for me to drive. But we will meet someday, Jihad. Maybe one day we can meet at Baker's Creek or something. So, have a great night to everybody. Thank you for the great information. You are welcome, Ricardo. Yeah, okay, you'll do that. That would be awesome. Have a blessed, healthy, safe night. Yeah. All right. I'll pray for you guys. You pray for me, and we'll watch God change things. And blessings to those that's in the midst of these tornadoes. Prepare and take care of your families. Okay? God bless everybody. Love you all. Bye-bye.